Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another episode of The Cider Drinker. God, I can't believe it's been over 70 reviews already. Anyway, on today's show, I am bringing to you another cider from my mixed case from the Bristol Cider Shop. Which one's it going to be today? Why, it's none other than Burrow Hill Somerset Cider. Now, I've been really intrigued to try this cider for quite a while, mainly because of the label design and the fact that the website that you can get it from doesn't just do ciders, but they mainly specialise in cider brandies. And I've always wanted to try a cider brandy, and I might actually do one for my 100th review. But anyway, that's quite a way away from now, so what will Burrow Hill Somerset Cider taste like? We'll find out soon, but before then, let me give you some details on Burrow Hill Somerset Cider. Burrow Hill Somerset Cider comes in 500ml bottles, and I do believe that is the only way you can get the cider as well. It comes in at 6% volume, so slightly above average strength for a cider. It's also a medium dry tasting one apparently, and for the price, well, on their website you can actually get a bottle for £2, which I believe is actually bloody cheap for a real cider these days, so definitely a good buy here. Right, well, as I said in the previous cut, I was just instantly attracted to this label. I absolutely love it. It kind of really reminds me of those early 70s posters that you got, you know, really gaudy, bright colours, instantly drawing your attention to it, and overall, I just think this is a really, really nice design. It kind of also reminds me of kind of like an oldie, like 40s or 50s kind of movie poster sort of effect going on here, but, you know, maybe that is just me. So, Burrow Hill Farm Pressed Somerset Cider, a blend of at least 11 varieties of vintage cider apples. At least 11, so there could be even more in this one. Anyway, sadly the back of it isn't as impressive, but, you know, who really reads the back of things apart from me? Anyway, the ancient craft of blending vintage Somerset cider apples to produce fine ciders has been handed down through generations. In our orchards, we grow 40 varieties on more than 7,000 apple trees. That's a pretty big orchard. In the autumn, the fruit is harvested, blended and pressed. The juice is then fermented and matured in oak vats. Aha, I wonder what this is going to taste like then, eh? At Burrow Hill, we sell traditional prize-winning ciders direct from wooden barrels. We also distill and age Somerset Cider Brandy, Kingston Black Aperitif, and the Somerset Pomona. If you would like to know more, a visit to our website may prove worthwhile, which is ciderbrandy.co.uk. Can be served over ice, but I prefer not to. So, that is pretty much it. It sadly doesn't really tell me much about this actual cider, so I guess I'm just going to have to go and get this bottle open and find out for myself. So, bear with me. Oh, there we go. That's quite a hard one to open. And, oh, hello, bit of carbonation there. Wow, I can smell it from here. Oh wow, really, really robust oak flavours coming off of this. Oh wow, that smells really delicious. This is like proper oak taste. This isn't just some artificial or half-hearted sort of rubbish here. You are instantly getting hit with oak. Literally, the bottle was just like over here and I could still smell the oak from it. Wow, really, really nice. Nice dry smell as well. Yeah, really crisp and refreshing dry oak taste coming off of this. So I'm going to go and pour this straight into the glass. Now I reckon there's going to be quite a few tannins in this, hence the very oaky dry smell coming off of it. Can't see any natural sediment, so I don't really expect any. And also it doesn't actually say on the bottle that there is anyway. Right, haha, here we go. This is Burrow Hill Somerset Cider. Very lightly sparkling, I'd say almost like a light straw coloured cider, to be honest. It's slightly lighter in colour than other ciders that I've tried really, but overall looks very nice. Yeah, quite impressed with that. Let's get a whiff in the glass. Yep, you're still getting those oak smells. I always find that when I pour them in the glass now, the flavours kind of dissipate a little bit, so yeah, sadly I'm not really getting many more of the flavours coming off in the glass now, so you can still smell that slight oak flavour though, so that's really good. So without further ado, I'm going to dive right into this, so cheers guys, and bottoms up. That is nice. Wow. You're instantly getting the oak from this, and wow. Oh, a lot of tannins on the aftertaste. Oh wow, definitely a huge hefty amount of tannins. Blimey. Well, obviously the first initial taste is real oak. Nice, real crisp taste too, and yeah, definitely got that medium dry taste to it. You know, a little bit of sweetness, but not too much. But yes, really just overpowering you with those oak flavours at the start. Gonna get a second opinion. Oh, that is nice. I can kind of taste Daviner apples in this because it's got that real nice dry taste to it. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of oak characteristics to it, and like I say, just real hefty amounts of tannins on the aftertaste. Your mouth is really left with just a nice smoky aroma at the back of the throat that just instantly just coats the inside of your mouth and just leaves it feeling really refreshed. It doesn't really taste of 6% volume. It's you know, it does taste a little bit weaker, but hey, you know, that's really not saying much, seeing as this is very pleasantly tasting cider so far. It's not quite as oaky as some of the other ciders that I've tried, but it is definitely quite up there with them, most certainly. I'm not really getting many other flavours coming off of this though. I suppose that is the only downer, seeing as they have actually stuck on the front of the bottle that they've used at least 11 different types of apples in this. All you can really taste, like I say, is the oak, and yeah, it's definitely that dry, crisp taste to it. Let's just see, what's the texture like? It's fairly full-bodied, you know, it has got a certain thickness to it, but it's not like, you know, syrupy as though they've just like stuck loads of sugar in, and you don't really expect it from these sort of ciders because they are real ciders. So, you know, if they did have a gummy texture to them, then there's something very wrong with them. I'm looking at you, Olivers. But anyway, this is, well, if you like your oak-aged ciders, then this is going to be right up your alley, because this is just absolutely brimming with those sorts of flavours. I am getting sort of thickness at the back of the throat, but that might just be because I've got something caught in it, so there we go. Yeah, sadly there's not really many more flavours to talk about here. Yeah, kind of a little bit disappointing in that, because I thought it was just going to be such an amalgamation of different flavours in this that it would just be really hard to actually, you know, describe all the flavours to you guys. But as I've just said previously, all you're really getting here is, you know, dry oak characteristics, which is no bad thing, but seeing as it did say that there's going to be at least 11 different varieties of apples, you would have expected a little bit more from this. But hey, I'm not complaining, because this is still a very nice tasting cider. But I reckon I'm going to go for a final taste before the final verdict here. A really delightful drink to have here. take your time with this one because, well, you know, it's a real cider and you want to enjoy these ciders, don't you? And for £2 a bottle off their website, it's definitely a hell of a lot cheaper than other real ciders that I've seen on the market these days. So I would really, really highly recommend trying out a bottle of Burrow Hill farm pressed Somerset cider. So as for a final verdict, Burrow Hill farm pressed Somerset cider from me gets an 8 out of 10. I'm loving these real ciders, and I just love trying all these new ones that I've never had before, because I never even heard of the Burrow Hill Cider Company until I actually did some searching online, and boy, I'm very glad that I did, because this is another top quality cider. Well, with that said, that is another episode of the Cider Drinker over and done with, I'm afraid. Hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly have, and, well, you know the drill by now. I'll be back some other time with another delicious and tasty cider for you guys. But until then, I'm gonna go and kick back with a nice bottle of Burrow Hill Somerset cider. Looking forward to trying some more of your ciders, Burrow Hill, but until then, take care.